Alright boys, so real quick video here. I just wanted to pretty much make this video for talk about the difference between doing a lot and actually improving in trading. So this is something I'm kind of going through right now. So when you first get into trading, you're nonstop, like just trying to learn, you're trying to watch as many YouTube videos as you can, you're trying to backtest as much as you can. And people think progress in trading comes from like doing more, more chart time, more backtesting time, more time watching YouTube videos. And at the start, that's definitely true, 100% true. Like, you're getting as much knowledge as you can. I had a bunch of books I used to read, and that's very good at the beginning. But all right, anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was talking about reading. So yeah, I had a bunch of books I read, pretty much all that stuff, and at the beginning that's very good. But I would say in the last couple months, you get to a point where no other YouTube video is teaching me anything new that I at least know about, like technical analysis and psychology. And it's like, everything, you just have to put in the time and actually do it yourself and learn from your own mistakes. Everyone can tell you, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, but till you actually do them yourself and you learn them, that's really the only way you're going to learn. So most of when you learn everything and you get to the point almost where I'm at, is I'm like, okay, I'm not yet funded and making a bunch of money, but I know exactly what I'm doing. And it's like, I just have to let the process play out. So where I'm getting with this is people get caught in this trap where like they're nonstop learning, and they get to the point where they're like, realistically, if they sit down, they can open a chart and tell you the whole technical analysis in like 30 seconds, a minute, and like, what they think on the where the market's gonna move. But I used to do this, and I used to just nonstop be like, I need to know where the market's going every single second of the day. So you just fall in this trap of nonstop learning. And what happens is, now I get on the chart and I mark my zones, and then I leave, and then I'll come back, on the 5 minute, because price is always moving. On the 5 minute, I'll come back and check like the position, or not the position, the chart, and see if we have any new zones, mark them out, and then I'll dip again. And the problem is people get so caught up in this nonstop learning that they're trading and they're just not getting off the charts. They're just sitting there all day long and waiting for a position to pretty much pop up. Like, the truth is, once you understand like your technicals, staring at the charts all day doesn't help you grow at all. It just reinforces your emotions. You start seeing things that aren't even there because your brain wants to trade. That's where people start just force trades, because if you sit there all day, your brain can't handle not having a result, because you feel like you put in the work all day long, when realistically you shouldn't really be putting in the work all day long. Trading's the most passive form of income, and it's so hard because it's like, once you get to the point where you know your technical analysis and your strategy, less work is literally more. You self-improve on yourself so much more than sitting at the charts all day. Trading tricks you into thinking you're working hard, when really you're just like feeding your anxiety. Pretty much, you're just going crazy. You're sitting at the charts all day and you're trying to look for positions, and it's just a recipe for like disaster. Real improvement comes from focused reps. So every single day, focus on your strategy, or focus on your plan, and just do the same thing every single day without sitting there all day long trying to do this, watch all these new YouTube videos and all these new strategies and strategy hopping. It's literally, I get to the point now where like my passive weeks, I do so much better in trading, and I learn so much more than if I would have just sat there hours and hours and hours. Like today's Thursday, I'll probably upload my third week recap tomorrow. But this week I only took one trade with half risk, and it was actually today. And that was it. It's just slow markets. And there's people in my Discord that literally will sit there all day long and just look for trades. and they're just taking losses, taking losses, taking losses. I just set out my zones, mark my A+ setups, and I let the market do its thing. When setup pops up, I take advantage of it, place my order, and I dip. You don't need to watch every single candle tick by tick. Like, patience and detachment are where the real growth happens, and that's kind of what I'm seeing with myself right now. So I kind of just wanted to put this video out there, pretty much mark this as, like I said, a digital footprint on where I'm learning this from, at least on a timestamp area. And yeah, this month's November, and I started realizing this definitely at least in October, and I'm starting to definitely realize it now. And it's like, I learned, it's so weird. It's like my trading got so much better, and I'm taking so much higher quality trades from doing less work. All these people in this Discord is, like I said, just taking positions, losing, because they're thinking they're putting in the work. Like, they're putting nonstop work in. I'm working the hardest. I'm on the charts all day long. Back testing, this, and back testing is fine. But when you have your data and you know everything works, back testing more and more really isn't going to do anything. Sure, you can kind of test out some new pairs, see what pairs perform best, but there gets to a point where, again, doing more isn't actually more. And these people that are quote unquote working harder and just nonstop putting in the work, and they're sitting on the charts all day, and they're sending out, they're just asking questions like, what do you think about this setup? What do you think about this setup? And a prime example is my mentor. He's nowhere to be seen during the day at all. He posts what he sees in the morning, and if a good setup comes into play, he has his alerts set. I have my alerts set. We all get in together, and we're all talking about it. We're like, hey, what do you think about this setup? Yeah, it looks good. Boom, boom, boom. Enter, and then you dip again. Because this is where I'm at now, and this is probably the biggest thing that I'm doing right now that's actually putting me ahead of 99% of kids my age, at least even traders, is these traders that are on these charts literally 8-hour days because they feel like they're putting in more work. That's not true at all. When you know everything, I don't mean everything, I mean as in your strategy, and you know yourself, and you know what trades you should be taking. When, for example, if you take a kid who's sitting at the charts all day long and just watching tick by tick by tick, that's learning nothing, that's literally frying their brain and just poisoning their brain to pretty much take a bad position for the day. Absolutely the worst thing you can do. And then you have a kid, which is me, that marks their zones. I'm only there when a setup pops up. Instead of wasting all this time all day long sitting at my computer, getting fat as fuck, just watching charts all day long, you literally aren't doing anything beneficial at all. But if you have a kid that I'm only there for the good setups, I'm skipping out on all that time just sitting around, I mark my zones and I go do something. I go for a run, I lift, I do work for another business I have. And I'm constantly doing shit, and I'm getting better day by day. I still read books. I'm reading Atomic Habits right now, and then obviously I read the Bible every day as well. And I'm doing shit, and I'm getting better in my day-to-day life, while a trader over here that's sitting there all day long, he's doing nothing but watching the charts and frying his brain, and he's doing nothing progressive in trading at all. Where you have a kid that, like I said, he's getting better on his personal development each and every day, and that's going to reflect onto trading. And if I have discipline every day, whereas say I just something as simple as lifting every single day. If I'm lifting every single day, that builds discipline, right? And that builds discipline to get on the charts when you need to get on the charts, stay off the charts when you need to stay off the charts, and not break those rules. So having a kid that does is at the charts when he needs to be at the charts, and is doing work when there's nothing on the charts and there's no setups, is always going to succeed. And I feel like I am that kid 100%. And for example, Tuesday was Veterans Day, and it was a bank holiday, and there's kids sitting on here looking for trades all day long. I didn't even open the charts. I had so much stuff to do. I did work for my one business here. I did couple hours of work on the computer. You know, I did stuff around the house. You know, I had to do a few things, and it's like, you don't need to be on the charts every single day. And of course, I still personally, like, I still watch my mentors' videos. I still backtest. I put in hella work, but I don't sit and watch the charts all day long. And that's pretty much what I want to make this video is showing that doing more work actually on the charts. You can't do more work on the charts. You can only respond when the market gives you an opportunity. You can't just do more work. Everyone's associated with a job where they work more and they just get paid more. That's not how trading works at all. Literally, the less you work and the more patient you are, the more you get paid. It's insane to say, and it goes against your brain's wiring, and that's why you almost have to unlearn everything the school system taught you in the 9 to 5 and the jobs like just taught you, and you have to relearn it in a trading form. That's probably like the hardest thing. But yeah, that should be about it for this video. I just kind of wanted to make that real quick and go over that. Literally doing more work in trading is actually worse for you, and it's so much better just to stay patient. If there's no zones for the day, don't trade. Go work on yourself and level yourself up, so then you're better when you come into the charts and you can react on a good setup instead of just sitting there and taking horrible setups all day long. It's just frying your brain. You're just gonna blow fund. It's really bad. I was there, trust me. So yeah, that should be it for this video. I just kind of wanted to make that real quick and go over those things. But yeah, tomorrow's Friday. Either tomorrow or Saturday. Most likely tomorrow I'll upload week 3. Just right now, just look like I just took one trade for the week. It's been very slow market conditions. But yeah, that should be it. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.